So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. We are live once again with GT2 season 32 into a week 2, all the 2s going out of my mouth right now then. As we are then in the practice phase before this week's race, which is our first full-length endurance of the season. So just the one race tonight in the Ferrari 296s, no Mazdas this week. And it's all about strategy, being on the right tyres at the right time, finding our way through the field then. So we are just waiting on Mr. Derek McDonald to fix some issues with his brakes, which by the sounds of it looks like we are about to get ready to go qualifying. There is Derek making his way out, so yeah, we are good to go anytime now. We'll pick you through the action as we go on. So last week then we started season 32 with 2 absolutely thrilling, jam-packed with action races from the Yas Marina circuit, Abu Dhabi, where it was a tale of the 2 drivers. It was Blue Flag and Unsafe Release, stalwarts of FTRL. Both have been around the game for a long time, and they provided us with 2 superb races, then duking it out in the Mazdas, finishing less than a second apart after 9 laps. And the endurance race and different strategies playing out at different times, but Blue Flag once again prevailed, which means that he leads the championship then coming into week 2. Also for his hot on his heels, Joker, who's in the chat, good evening Jeff, bagged himself a couple of third places then to sit third in the standings. But there were some good performances up and down the grid from returning faces, new faces. Let's see how they get on then. Good evening Hare Jones, good evening Big Old GT. So 40 laps of Lago Maggiore tonight. It is a long old slog, but that is the joys of endurance racing then. As with all the endurance races then, all 3 tyre compounds must be used, so the softs, the mediums and the hards must be used for a minimum of 1 lap. But first, a small matter of qualifying. Cars are making their way out onto track. Pretty much everybody on the soft tyres, although I came back is sat in the pit lane on the mediums at the moment. I don't know if he's realised if he's going to swap his tyres over, or is he going to go out on the medium tyres? Maybe he is. Now the medium tyres, they will last and they can be as quick as the soft tyres, because soft tyres will burn out quite quickly. So this could be an inspired move from I came back. The car's heading out onto the grid then. We've already got some racing. Who is first on track? It is Zomlar. Sporting a new livery this week, looking splendid, ditching the white and black. He's gone for his Randy Macho Man inspired livery. Beautiful pink, yellow, green and black livery, inspired by the ring gear from the WWF legend, the Macho Man Savage. Now, a few people have already commented that we are doing the reverse layout there now. We don't often do reverse layouts in FTRL, so this is going to be an interesting to see how the drivers get on with a circuit they know very well going forwards. And this one we are going in reverse. So while you know the layout, you've got to remember that all these corners are now very different. This is an uphill right-hander, it's now a downhill left-hander. So police there finding the grass. The red dead car. He is keen to get to the front, and he's going to get to the front. Zom lets him go. And safe double P2 last week, wide. Dirt on his tyres. You can see already, look at the wear. So the tyre and fuel is times 4. You can already see that soft tyre starting to show signs of wear. So interesting to see how these soft tyres get on, because they do burn out quite quickly. But we'll go on board for a lap then of Maggiore reversal with Unsafe. Then out the final corner and onto the start-finish straight we go. Going to start his first lap, then we've got an uphill long right-hander here. This is really going to hurt that left tyre. A couple of gears to third, Apex halfway up the hill. Just the curve on the left-hand side nicely, then over the blind crest, we turn right, straight the car up, and then down the gearbox to second, into the left-hander, double left-hander, over to the right-hand side, short spurt, downshift to pull the nose in, and then picks up the throttle again, over to the right-hand side, over the curbs. Looking now for a blind left-hander. Over the curb there. And in the middle, then into again another blind right-hander downhill. Car washes out onto the grass. Oh, gathers it up then and then braking hard for the hairpin. Use the camber and the banking keep the speed up then. It's a little bit scruffy there, just to use the gravel on the exit as well. Now up the hill. Leading towards the high-speed S's section. Into the left-hand flap through here. To the right behind the sausage curb, then a bit of a lift, then down the gears to fourth, then third. Through the S section, then take plenty of curb through here. Down to third of a second, second gear, that's maybe a bit too low. Got the third, now we plunge down the hill, and the circuit drops away. Off camber. Apex, and I've got to wait until the corner starts to open up. A little bit of grass down on the safe again, has caught the grass. Oh, it's a scruffy lap from unsafe from this first run. Now we head over the blind crest, and then you've got to pick your braking point. Down the gearbox and turn in a little bit wide of the apex there. It's not the best lap from unsafe, this one. Got 10 minutes qualifying to go, so plenty of time. Through the long right-hander again, using a little bit of runoff on the left-hand side there, and down the gearbox to first for the hairpin, the pillows at the corner. Wait, then pick up the throttle short spurt into the final corner. Take the curb, but don't run too wide because that wall there is a flat surface. You hit that, you are stopping dead. And safe coming to the line, and it is a 58.8 for the first time on the board. That's a solid lap time. It was a scruffy lap. Jocko slotting into second place on third. Johnny Boy goes fourth ahead of Stufer. Snap on fifth. Glynn goes up to third, 2:01. So unsafe lap time, despite looking scruffy. He's comfortably fastest at the moment. Where is his rival from last time out? Blue Flag. Coming to the line, goes fastest of all by just under 2/10. So once again, it looks like it's going to be unsafe versus Blue Flag. Space Potter goes into P3. Very good luck there from him. And Monty. I tried to pronounce his name last week. He told me just to call him Monte Carlo. So that's his username. Save me some bother. Taking fifth, Glynn, and Jeremy Boy in eighth, Derek ninth, Stufer coming into P10, Odon crosses the line. Start a flying lap. Stafford Shock goes P11. Batman then on the track as well. Late starting, so he's only on his out lap. Same board with Odon then. Gets on. Saw a couple of results last week. Goes purple in sector 1 then, so Odon really quick through sector 1. 3/10 up on Blue Flag. Flag's time of 1:58.6. The Ironman can't keep that momentum up then, around the hairpin, then up the hill, over the crest we go. Second checkpoint coming up. How's he getting on? So he turns purple in sector 1. He is. Lap time because he hasn't set a lap time yet, so that's first lap got invalidated. It's been safe in the pits for fresh tyres, and so the soft tyres really aren't lasting, which is why I think it was Stufer who went out on the soft tyre, wasn't it? On the medium tyre, sorry, which might be an inspired choice because that tyre can be as quick as the soft tyres. As Glynn improves, stays in fourth though, but now just half a tenth off Face Potter. Face Potter who had a really good feature race last time out. Came out a bit of nowhere strategy wise. A really strong result then. Let's go back to find Odon then, coming to the final couple of corners. Looks like still leading the way. Rounds the final corner. Throttle heads towards the line, and he goes third fastest there. Good lap there from Odon. Really good lap there. Just goes half a tenth in front of his brother. So the Pitaways third and fourth. Blue Flag still leading the way. He's been in some fresh tyres. Unsafe also in for fresh tyres, and he's on an out lap. Potter also on fresh tyres, so people are diving into the pits for fresh tyres. You can see how close it is there, look. 1/10 per second covers Odon, the Face Potter and Glynn. In fact, less than like 99 thousandths there between Odon, Face Potter and Glynn. So how tight they are. Then Monte Carlo in 6th. Stufer in 7th, he's on the soft tyre. He was on the medium tyres. Somebody was on the medium tyres, weren't they? Maybe they changed. But you can see already, look at how badly worn Stufa's front right tyre is there. He'll be in the pits this time around. Boy up behind him. Stufa to get out of the way. He's definitely compromised him. Johnny Boy might have been advised to just go in the pits there, to be honest. So he's not improved. Safe release then. Thoughts about the opener? I thought last week was absolutely incredible. The battle between Blue Flag and Unsafe was superb, especially in the Mazda race where Blue Flag's defence was absolutely superb. Unsafe pressured him all the way, whole race. Goes to a nose tail, he edged in front just once. Blue Flag then got him back immediately and then never relinquished that lead again. And in the main race, it looked like Unsafe was perhaps getting through the pack quicker, but Blue Flag, his strategy was a little bit better. He ended up on the soft tyres at the end, and he had enough in hand then to catch Unsafe and pass him and pull away. And Unsafe is looking to respond here. He is nearly half a second up in Sector 1. Around the hairpin he goes. Just the dirt that we saw. His first lap was pretty scruffy. So he's already gone and found some time. He is still nearly 4/10 of a second up in Sector 2. Oh, my opener was a bit of a shocker. The Mazdas just could not get into a rhythm in the race and kept making little mistakes. And then in the main race, I got to the hairpin and on the exit curb and dropped it. And my race was playing catch up thereafter, which was annoying because I think I had the pace probably for a podium without that. But hey ho. That's what it is. We move. So yeah, getting back into the thing. I say I've not really played much Gran Turismo since last season ended, to be honest. So when was that? October? End of October time? I didn't do the little off season, and then obviously started doing a bit of GT World Series races. Obviously last week's was the first FTRL race in a while, so getting back to the swing of things. We'll see how it goes this week then. Blue Flag currently setting the benchmark Unsafe. He was up in Sector 3, but only just. And he's found some time. He's found half a second again. Goes fastest then as the checkered flag flies. Can Blue Flag respond? Joker goes third. Down to a 59.2. So he breaks up the pit away. Second row. Blue Flag. It's half a second down on his own time. So Unsafe's lap is looking like being the one. Yes, Blue Flag could do something inspired in the final sector. Matman improves. 2 minute flat face. Potter goes second. Chase Potter then, inspired form from him. Blue Flag's going to have to find something in this final sector then to get back on the front row of the grid. Out of the final corner, bit of a slide. Has he found something? Has he found anything? The answer is no, he has not. Blue Flag then, only third, championship leader. So it's Unsafe release on pole, face Potter second, Blue Flag in third, Joker's fourth. Odon is fifth, Glyn is in P6 then. Monte Carlo coming to the line, does he improve? He does. Stays in seventh. Bobby Norris is eighth then. And this last week, of course, Derek in ninth, Matman P10. Stufa in P11, Zom is P12, I came back in 13th, Johnny Boy is 14th. Static Shocker coming to the line, does he improve? No, he does not. And then we'll start P15. So then, there we go, then Unsafe release on pole position for the first time this season. 3/10 up on face Potter, who is inspired qualifying there from the Spider-Man livery. Blue Flag only lining up third then, championship leader, then Joker in fourth, Odon fifth, Glyn in P6, Monte Carlo in seventh, Nobby is eighth, Derek is P9, Matman in P10, Stufa is P11, Zom starts P12, showing row 6 is I Came Back, and Johnny Boy on row 7, and Static Shocker on row 8. Well, that is qualifying over and done with. Now then, on to the race. 40 laps, a long race ahead of us. As I mentioned before, all 3 tyre compounds must be used, soft, medium and hard, for a minimum of 1 complete lap. Probably looking at a 3-stop race around here. So, of course, the GT1 boys will be looking interesting with anticipation and interest as to how the tyre strategies play out. We'll wait for Zom to kick off then, and while we're doing that, we'll go and have a quick look at the standings if Jonesy's put them in. And he has. Well done. So then, as I already mentioned, the blue flag leads the way. Have we got the overall one? Or is it just the divisional ones? We've got just the divisional ones. So we've got GT2 and GT3 split, of course, on Thursdays this moment. Blue flag leading the way in GT2 then, with a double victory on 45 points. And unsafe behind him, just 3 points on 42. Then we've got Joker in third on 39. Derek is fourth in GT2 on 34, ahead of Glyn on 31. Then Mattman is 6th on 28, Ode on 7th on 24, and Face Potter is 8th. Of course, he missed the first race last week, unfortunately, then he is P8 on 16. In GT3, Zom leads the way with 2 class wins on 27 points. Stoof is second then with a third and a second in GT3 on 21. Then we've got Beach in third with 16 points, got second, of course, in the Mazdas. Monte Carlo is 4th on 15. He got 3rd in the main race last week. I came back as 5th on 9 points. Nobby Norris on 4 and Static Shocker on 4 as well. Of course, Nobby Norris had a ringer in last week. That is why he has only got half points. So championship within a championship, of course. That's why it's 2 different tables. We've got some new faces, and they are still finding their way through, but we will guide them through. So we wait for the race to begin. Somebody needs to push the button. Somebody wakes them up. Tell them to get going. As I mentioned, we're probably looking at a 3-stopper here. Soft tyres are fast but fragile, especially around this circuit here. It's a long circuit. There's some high speed, long banked corners, heavy load on those front tyres. Are really going to eat them tyres up, so the soft tyre is not going to last very long. Medium tyre, once again, will be the ideal race tyre to be on. It's got longevity, it's got speed as well. And then the hard tyre, of course, will be that workhorse tyre. Expect maybe a couple of people to do a longer stint on that. I'm expecting double medium stints, but we shall see how we get on then when we start going. Anytime's on. Come on. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Why? Some push the button. So I was saying he had a awful middle sector there. Controversy? Oh, what's happened here? Oh. Some of the settings are wrong, that's why we're waiting. Now someone's going to have to build the grid. Oh, fucking come on, Mike. Oh, interesting. He has not picked all the buttons, clearly. Is that a glitch, I wonder, with the game, or has he just not ticked a box? So, you're going out to get a bit of track time on their tyres. It does look like we've got race tyres on now, so let's have a look at who's starting on what then. Zom is starting on the medium tyres, Face Potter also on the mediums. Glyn appears to be starting on the medium tyres, as is Derek. We've got Johnny Boy starting on the hard tyres. I came back on the mediums. Unsafe on pole is starting on the soft tyres. Bold call from him. Static Shocker is on the hards. Monty's on the mediums. That's the blue flag. Odon Stufa Matman with Nobby Norris and Joker on the hard tyres. 20 people in the stream. Good evening and welcome. Please do like that stream. I always forget to say in the middle of the stream. I always do it right at the end when some people have already left. So if you're already here watching, please like the stream. Thank you. Much obliged. Podium, who will be on it? I mean, it's going to be difficult to look past Unsafe and Blue Flag. In what order that will be, I do not know. Unsafe's call to go on the softs first is brave if he does not change his mind. The only reason I say that is, of course, he's going to burn through those tyres very quickly. Like I say, probably 5 or 6 laps on those soft tyres before they're dead, which means that he'll be in early, and that means he's going to drop into traffic. You've got Face Potter and Blue Flag not far behind him, who will then have clear track. And they are both currently on the medium tyres, which means they can go a little bit deeper, spread the field out a bit more, and then they should have a better chance of coming out of some clean air. Of course, all the cars around them will also be pitting then as well, so just to see how that pans out then. Looks like we've sorted out the issues with the lobby. We've also now got clear skies apart from the slightly murky skies. It can't rain at Maggiore though, so there's no threat of rain tonight. But based on qualifying, I wouldn't be surprised to see... I mean, you can never count a Joker, because Joker's very good in race. So, very similar to me. Like, we're not blessed... I'm not blessed with particularly good one-lap pace, but I've got good racecraft, so I tend to go forward in the race from where I qualify. And Joker's much to say, although Joker does kind of have a turn of speed over a lap. But he's got good strategy usually. So it'll be interesting to see him. We may end up with the same podium we had last week. But Face Potter's lap times, looks like he is looking definitely in the mixer here. He had good strategy last week to come through. He's 4th on track. I think he may have got into a bit of trouble at the end of the race, but we'll see. And he got himself a penalty. I don't know if that was resolved or not, but yeah. So I think Face Potter could be one to watch. But I do think we'll have the same top 2 as last week, barring any big dramas. And Unsafe looks on it, so I think Unsafe for the win. I think Blue Flag second. And I don't want to discredit you, Jeff, but I'd like to see Face Potter get a podium on merit. And with that qualifying lap, I think he's got a good chance to do it. So the gauntlet is yours. As we wait, then I assume he's now just sorting out the grid. We've got one person not in their car. Who is it? In your car. It's not Zom. I was going to say, is it Zom? It's not Zom. Ah, there you go. Everybody's in the car now. It was. Right, everybody in their cars. So, Glenn's out on track. I'm a big fan of this Ferrari cockpit as well. The 296. I was going to say it was the newest race car in the game. However, we had another one added today. We've been blessed with the new Porsche 911 992, the GT3. So, congratulations was finally, after about a year and a half of us just begging for any new race car, finally started listening to us. We finally got the new Ferrari, which we're about. I mean, we were 2 models out of date because we've been driving the Ferrari 458, which was from like 2012. They've skipped the 488 completely, and then just gone straight to the 296, which is fine. And then this week we've got the new Porsche from 2022. What ideally we'd like, again, I'm asking a lot. But there's some cars in here that are quite old. The Aston Martin is one of them. The Aston Martin, we're still using the 2012 Vantage. There's been 2 models since then. So ideally we'd like the new one. But it's the other one out of the way now. New one out anyway. So yeah, if we could have the new Aston Martin, please. The Corvette C8 would be nice. still stuck on the C5. The C6 isn't it? Sorry, don't know. The M4 would be good because we're on the M6 still. We haven't had the M8 BMW. The McLaren 720 would be good. We're still on the 650. It's a bit out of date. I believe so, yes. I do believe Glyn is on VR these days. I'm a big fan of the Ferrari wheel as well. I love the bright colours on that, really. I really think it popped quite nicely. There's no rear wing, no rear mirror. Well, but you do have the little screen there so you can see what is going on behind us. There's a clear track at the moment. And the guys out on track. A bit of a last minute practice in then. While the grid gets set up. We'll be going any time now. Right. Owen, we're going. So get ready. Alright, here we go. 40 laps ahead of us. Rolling start to the grid. Last time to remind you, unsafe release, Face Potter, blue flag, Joker, Odon, Glyn, Monte Carlo, Nobby Norris, Derek, Matman, Stufer, Zom, I Came Back, Johnny Boy, and Static Shocker. Now, who is going to be stuck around the final couple of corners as we get racing? Unsafe will not have that problem. He comes to the line. And we are racing at Lago Maggiore then. And there they go. Front six seems to have got away okay. A little bit further back, we've got Nobby Norris making a move on Monte Carlo. And Derek on the attack as well as they head up to the first corner for the first time. Safe release. Leading the way. Still Face Potter in second. Blue flag has already latched onto the back of his car then through the first sector. Both of them on the medium tyres. Unsafe is still on the soft tyres, and so he needs to break away while he has the tyre advantage because they will soon be burning up. It's very tricky. It's a lot trickier this way around than it is as blue flag there goes right to the edge of the track there, kicking up some dirt on the inside. Surviving this time around. Joker in fourth, then Odon, then Glyn. A little bit of a gap back then to Monte Carlo, Nobby Norris, Derek, Matman, Stufer. A little bit of a gap back to Zom, then I Came Back, and Johnny Boy. And Static Shocker's had a drama already. Let's get those hard tyres up to temperature. Be careful, the first lappers in the background. Face Potter is under attack from blue flag. Into the S's for the first time, but he fends him off for now. Safe making hay up front then, 2.5 seconds clear already as they come down the hill for the first time. Always wide, he's out on a little bit of grass, and that's going to give blue flag a run up to the end of the short straight, then blue flag to the inside. And Face Potter's resistance is broken before they get to the end of lap one. Blue flag cuts across the nose in the braking zone. And takes P2 away then, so blue flag up to second. Nice move there. Joker, Odon and Glyn in sixth, then made a bit of a gap then. Monte Carlo trying to bridge that gap though. Now he's got back ahead of Nobby Norris. So unsafe release crosses the line. 3.5 seconds is the lead at the end of lap one there. Stunning opening lap from him as Joker now under threat from Odon. Odon's got a run down the inside. Through he goes, but he's going to drift wide because Joker's coming back on the inside of him now. The inside for the next corner, but Odon then has the inside for the double left. And Joker backs out of it, and Glyn thinks about sticking his nose in. But not able to get through just yet, but these three now nose to tail. And Face Potter and blue flag just edge away slightly. Unsafe release continues to push, try and build the gap. Then you can see how much wear is already on those soft tyres though after just 1 1/3 laps as blue flag is a little bit wide out of the hairpin. Kicks up the dirt. Face Potter closing back in again. They've got 1.4 seconds then over these next trio of Odon, Joker and Glyn. While separated by a second. It's 2.2 back then to Monte Carlo. We've got Nobby Norris for company still, very keeping them honest. And Stufa up to 10th, he's ahead of Matman. Then Zom, then I came back. And Johnny Boy, and Static Shocker. Down to the hairpin, and again, beautiful looking livery. Fair play to him. He's made a super looking livery. He can send that up and over the crest. Safe for lead, then he's been pegged at 3.9 seconds. The blue flag is now matching him. He's also not dropping Face Potter. Face Potter then is showing that qualifying lap was not a flash in the pan. Not a one lap wonder. Well, that's a big drift there though. Wow. 4 tyres going sideways rather than forwards. Not ideal, but he is clinging on to blue tag's coattails. Rounds the hairpin into this final corner. Very tricky now to go on board. You see that yellow where it goes green there, the wall on the left hand side there, that is a flat edge. If you hit that, you are stopping dead, so do not run wide at that final corner. This time around then, 59.3 from unsafe, 59.7 from unsafe, so just 4 tenths difference in favour of the race leader. Hanging on and Odon trying to make a break. Joker, but these three still separated by a second. Glyn thinking again about a move on Joker. And Monte Carlo is catching up to these guys. 2-1 flat. So yeah, he closed in last time, but Glyn's got a good run here. Joker's a little bit wider. Glyn's got to the inside for the left-hander. Joker's going to have to let him have it. Oh, they bang doors through the left-hander. And Glyn up to 5th. So they've got a good run out the second part of the left-hander there, the double left-hander. Joker maybe a little bit wide. Through he goes, and that's brought Monte Carlo right into this battle, and so now we've got 4 for 4th place. Potter is now just starting to lose touch a little bit with blue flag on this lap. Then blue flag has got the hammer down and pull away. And safe up front, still pushing on. Look at how much tyre wear already. That's about what, a quarter one, a third one. As I say pretty much every week when you talk about the soft tyres, the more they wear, the more they slide, and the more they slide, the more they wear. So it's only going to get worse from here on out. So he's gone purple in sector 3. Face Potter and Odon, Glyn, Joker and Monte Carlo all over the back of Joker now. So Joker is under pressure because Joker's on the hard tyres. All the guys around him are on the mediums, so that's probably why he is suffering a little bit at the moment. As through goes Monte Carlo. It's probably sensible from Jeff, though. He doesn't need to battle these guys at the minute because they're not his race at this moment. Oh, he's caught the grass. Caught the grass there on the right-hand side. Gets away with it though, but another moment there. I want to avoid having that again. Then nearly ran wide and clipped the wall there, but okay. And Norris, Derek, and Stufa is now closing in as well. Nobby Norris on the hard tyre. Thanks from Nobby Norris. Derek not able to find a way through yet. Although not bringing Stufa in. Stufa just going quicker. Slightly, but Derek could probably get a bit more pace out if you get past Nobby Norris on those hard tyres. You'll see. And in 11th at the moment. On the medium tyres. Zom is now closing in on those. So Zom marginally quicker on the last lap. He's now dropped. I came back a little bit. Oh boy, on 14th. Shocker. His personal best that time around. 2:09.3. Good lap. Safe then. Just edging away now up to nearly 4.5 seconds. And the blue flag. 59.2 last time around, so last time around these two were pretty much even. Look, 59.280 and 59.244. So blue flag is going nearly as quick as the race leader on a compound tyre, one step harder. He's on the mediums, safe on the soft, so we're already into the point where they're crossing over. Safe is down last time around, blue flag also down, so blue flag a bit of a shocking lap this time around. And Face Potter also still in the background there, still very much in touch with the front two. Oh, that's not going to help them again, catching that curb. He just needs to be careful. Don't want to throw away a podium here. He's in a very good position at the moment. Nice gap of 4 seconds over his brother. All on the same tyres then. Joker's still in the back of his train though on those hard tyres, so getting his pain out of the way in the first stint. Only paying back later on. We do. Yeah, I mean, we found out earlier, didn't we, when we were in the lobby. Look at unsafe tyres now. We're on lap 5. So, because he's on a full tank of fuel, he's doing a good job of looking after those tyres. He's having a bit of a stink of a lap there. See how much now unsafe tyres are dropping off. A bit quick though, but he's pushing the boundaries a little bit then, so how deep into this race does he want to go? Is the question. You can see in terms of a pit stop here, we'll probably drop most of the way to the back. Probably dropping, well, depending on how long the pit lane is, you might drop in towards the guys at the back of the pack, so you're looking at sort of Johnny Boy and I Came Back are. See, walking right up against the wall there. Just that little bit of grass on the outside of the curb, and blue flag is actually closing back in a little bit on this lap. So it looks like blue flag is now starting to catch unsafe release. How much longer is he going to persist on these tyres? Now, I noticed this earlier. Now, I was talking with me, you were talking earlier, because about which tyre they were on. Look at unsafe tyre wear. His right front is a little bit heavier worn, isn't it? That's right. That's the right tyre, isn't it? Yeah. But I was burning my left front more than my right front, which is a little bit alien because this is a counterclockwise circuit. You should be really hurting that front right tyre. Is unsafe in? He is. So he's listened to you. In he comes. Unsafe pits from the lead. So soft tyre stint done. So here goes blue flag. There's Potter. He's dropped away a little bit now from blue flag, and he's dropped back towards Odon and Glynn. Further back, Joker's back ahead of Monte Carlo. So Monte Carlo's had a drama somewhere. I was doing the right layout, thank you. I'm not a noob. Monte Carlo had a drama somewhere. 3, 0-1, yeah, so just a couple of seconds on that last lap, and that has let Joker back into 5th. Still going well in 7th as well, got Stooper tucked up behind him. Unsafe has come out in P9, and he's now on the hard tyre as well. Who else has dropped? Derek's had a drama somewhere, because Derek has dropped away from those guys a bit further up, so he's back in P12. So Derek's had off somewhere, 209.1 look on lap 4, so yeah, Derek's had a drama somewhere. Zom's very colourful black, yellow, pink and green Ferrari. Have a look at it in all its fluorescent glory. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Less of that. This section now is going to be in the dirty area, so he's going to have to be a little bit more careful. Oh, he's not going to have the same grip. You can see the old wash there. The dirty air, they're really hurting him through that sector. Follow through there, so Unsafe's not quite in a bad place, to be fair. He's got a bit of a clear air in front of him here, so that's worked out about as well as it could have done for him. Now he's got himself a bit of a gap. He's got 4 seconds up to Stoofer, who is all over the back of Nobby Norris. Being on the hard tyre as well, he probably won't be catching him that quickly. Spot for a blue flag. Still on his merry way. Swaddling the 2-minute flats. 2-minute.4, 2-minute.1, 2-minute.3. Face Potter 2:01.1 last time around, and under the 2:01.4, so Potter pulled 3/10 back on him. Spider-Man versus Iron Man, 2nd and 3rd at the moment, with Glynn very much on the coattails in the Valen car. 23 folks in the chat, really. Hello. Like the stream, like the stream. Joker 5th, Sazza Thupi. Scarlet. Personal best then through sector 1, a quarter of a second. See if we can then get back on terms there. He's all over that curve though, he's had a bit of a wobble there. Let's just let Joker pull away there, so having done a good first sector. Catches that curve a little bit too full. Just unsettles the car through that high speed right-hander. Look at the fuel situation. So it's blue flag then, pretty much bang on half a tank now. Tyre wear getting down to about halfway as well. Face Potter is a lot worse on fuel than blue flag. He's also a little bit down. Glyn is doing superbly well on fuel. And he's now looking for third place then. Odon is in his sights. Glyn has got tyre advantage and fuel advantage here. So Glyn driving very, very well in this one. Didn't get the results he warranted last week. But he's got a good result here. Is he going to go for a move into the left-hander? Not quite close enough. Backs out of it, waiting for his opportunities. Good mature driving there. Not every opportunity is the right one. Look for that right moment. A mistake will come, or you'll get a run. Again, opening and open a little bit wide there through the hairpin. Then just touching the apex. Flick then into the right-hander in the final corner. Glyn, oh, big slide there. Rear of the car trying to get away from him. And that's going to let Odon run away a little bit. That Joker also doing well on fuel then, just under half a tank now. And Monte Carlo as well, another one doing very well on fuel. His tyre wear also very, very good. Norris has now got Stupa still tucked to the right under the rear wing. And this is the problem. Stupa, again, has probably got, he had the pace to catch Nobby Norris, but now does not have the pace so far to find an opening. He'll be driving really well in his first race of the season, missed first week unfortunately, but always nice to have Nobby back on track. And the driver who he is, just making leaps and bounds with his consistency. Behind them on safe release, he's just edging ever closer. He's back up to P10 then, he's ahead of Zom and of Matman. Zom was also cleared Matman, so Matman down to 12th at the minute. He's doing better on tyres and fuel than Zom, just ahead of him, so we'll come back to him later on. There's Iking back in the Red Bull car. A quiet race at the moment. Long way to go, not even a quarter of the way into this one yet. On lap 8 we are what's that, one-fifth of the way through. The crest he goes, Johnny Boy, keeping him honest. Some consistent lap times with Johnny Boy. That's what we need at this stage then. Fibo unsafe. We'll be hoping that some of those guys ahead of him are going to be pitting soon. Blue flag, 7.7 seconds clear. Pace Potter has edged that lead back up to nearly 3.5 seconds over. Oh, his teammate, but he's over the sausage curb. That's not ideal. Pushed him wide. Just about a second there, so just be careful of that. Those curves will really unsettle these cars and can spin you out there. As Glyn still all over the back of Odon, looking for a way through. Joker going well in 5th. Monte Carlo's not quite been able to get back on terms with him just yet. Tyre wear playing a part as it bounces over that final corner curb. Safe continues to catch the cars ahead of him. At the moment, nobody diving for the pit lane. The hard tyre runners might be due soon. So that'll be Nobby Norris and Joker. Joker mentioning because he's on the pad, of course, rather than on the wheel. His tyre will be a little bit worse, so I might see him go a little bit further on the hard tyres than some of the others. So in 7th, who's that? Someone on the outside of the circuit there. Is it Static Shocker? It is. Yeah, he's getting out of the way. No, fair play. Getting out of everybody's way. Potter's had a drama somewhere, because that gap is now, or maybe it's just blue flag's pace. Blue flag then lead up to 9.6 seconds now over Face Potter. Just dropping back a little bit towards Odon and Glyn. Joker and Monte Carlo there as well. Joker doing a personal best in sector 2. On his hard tyres, so as the fuel burns off, his speed is starting to increase. Still well on fuel, and Safe of course has pitted, so he's the only one so far to have made a pit stop, and he's now right on the back of Stufa and Nobby Norris. So now he's going to be losing time. The gap to the race leader is 22.6 seconds. Now he has traffic. So how quickly can he navigate this? Stufa's a good pace, but he's been caught behind Nobby Norris for a little while now. And Safe has been able to catch them about a second a lap. blue flag pits. Blue flag in then from the lead on lap 9. That's interesting. That feels early for a medium tyre stop, but tyre wear is quite high. Again, blue flag on pad at the moment, and he's got some wheel related issues. Face Potter leads from Odon. There we go, who had that on the bingo card tonight? It's a pit away 1-2. Someone's cooking something. We shall see then. In he comes and out he goes onto the hard tyre. Just top of the tank, but he has come out behind that little pack that Unsafe joined in front of. So Unsafe came out in front of Matt Manzom and Derek. And blue flag has come out behind them. However, we are now getting close to the pit window, so blue flag might not be behind them for long. Double hards perhaps. I think the medium tyre is still going to be the one to go, so he might do a longer hard stint than some of the guys on wheel. But I don't think he'll double hard. I think he'll do double medium still. I think the double medium stint is strategy is probably the way to go, the quickest one. He's on that curve as well. We saw Face Potter have a big moment on that curve earlier. Somebody big moment on the curve. Face Potter. Either him or Monte Carlo, wasn't it? Oh, Johnny Boy, drama. Got ahead of I came back, but he's just thrown it off the circuit there. Probably that same corner actually. He's going to go wide again. No, Johnny Boy. Shocker then around the hairpin. Behind him. So Face Potter leads 1.5 seconds to the good. Odon's on the red line. Well, he might still have enough to do one more lap. Face Potter's probably got another lap in the tank at least. So he can probably go one more. Odon's on the cusp of whether or not he can do one more. Glyn, look how much fuel Glyn's got compared to Owen and Face Potter. So Glyn is managing his race pace really well, and Joker is coming back at these guys now. Oh, Face Potter sideways, he's got one more lap in the tank. He's going around again. Odon's got another lap in him. So front 5 carrying on. We're going around one more time. So Felice then has cleared that pack behind him. He's past Nobby Norris. Stufer, I think, hit the wall. Oh, he's had a big snap at the final corner. He's going a little bit slowly there. So a moment for Stufer. And now Derek is looming up in the mirror. Look at the tyre wear as well on that front right tyre of Stufer. Certainly is, isn't it? Look at these two are on the red line, and Glyn's still got a quarter of a tank, more than a quarter of a tank. So Glyn is going deep in this one, and the tyres are going to give out first, I think, here for Glyn. He will be stationary for less time. Tyre wear's better than the front. Face Potter's tyres are the worst of the front 3 by some margin. Odon's are a little bit better than his, and Glyn's are better again. Then you've got Joker, of course, who's on the hards. He's doing worse than fuel than Glyn. Glyn is absolutely sipping the fuel and still being quick. There's Carlo, a bit of time to make up again, and a drama. So Felice now he's got clear track again. Now where is Blue Flag? He is in 10th. He's ahead of Macman and Zom. So let's make a couple of moves. Try to chase down Derek. See flashing through the foreground. He's got on board. So both first 2 in the championship, the first 2 on the road before the pit stop started. Now on the hard tyre. Just done a medium stint, and Unsafe has done a soft one. It's a tricky downhill hairpin now, normally because it's uphill right hander, it's now downhill left. It's off camber still, so it does push to the outside. Derek's tyres are okay, he's probably got at least another lap. We've easily got one more lap in the tank, so we won't be getting out of Blue Flag's way. It's Face Potter in the pits, as is Odon. Glyn's going to take over the lead of the race. Joker goes through as well. And Monte Carlo is also through then. So Glyn takes over as the race leader from Joker from Monte Carlo. Unsafe now back into 4th. When I was going through Stufer pits. Who peeled off, and Derek is in then, so that's good news for Blue Flag. So another one going very well on fuel, as is Matman. Tyre wear looking good for Matman. Matt doing a really good job on his tyres as well. Got some pace to burn still. He's got some tyres to burn anyway. Managing this very well in this first stint. I wonder, people like Odon and Face Potter, what are they going to do on tyres? They've got 11 laps. They'll have to go slightly longer on their hard tyre stint to make the softs last, because the softs are, as we saw from Unsafe, they don't last very long around here. It's a lot of high energy corners. So look at these ones here, like this one's working that front right tyre, this one's working the front left tyre, this S section as well. Big lean on that front left tyre. Change direction, a little bit of lean on the front right, then another heavy lean on the front left tyre. Up down the hill here, this is all on that front right tyre again. Leaning on it. And then big rotation here. Got the throttle again pushing to the outside there. Burning through that front right tyre. Short squirt up the straight and over the crest. And again another fairly long left-hander that again is going to burn that front right tyre up. The tyre's squealing then, short. Straight then into the long left. And then we've got the hairpin, the penultimate corner. Really again going to hurt that front right tyre. Joker's getting close to the end of his fuel. Glyn is getting close to the end of his tyres. But neither of them pit this time around. Carlo also got one more lap in him. Unsafe is closing in. Flag 14 seconds off the lead. Unsafe is 5, so that's 9 seconds between them. So at the moment, has increased. So it was about 4.5 when Unsafe pitted. It's on pits from 8th. That man's got one more lap in him, so that man's going to try the overcut. Passes on. What tyres is on going to go on to? Face Potter now on the hards, as is Odon. Snick was on the medium tyres. So I think his double medium stint in early. Derek's on the medium tyres now as well, again. Or was he on the hards at the start? I can't remember. Back is on the mediums. Static Shocker's on his softs. Gone for a light fuel there as well, so that should help keep them alive a bit longer. You can see Glyn's tyres now are starting to drop away quite heavily. Joker's got plenty of tyre left, but he hasn't got plenty of fuel left. So one driver's lacking on tyres, one's lacking on fuel. This S section then. Squeal the tyres as what's left of them cries out in pain. These long sweeping corners down the hill into the hairpin once again. Second gear, then you've got to wait for the car to grip, pick the throttle up, edge towards the edge of the circuit. Show the gap here now, just a second between the front two. Joke will be in this time around on fuel, and Glyn will be in because of his tyres. Over the crest and then look for the apex. Down there by Joker coming into play. Now, where are these two going to factor back in relative to Odon and FaZe Potter? Now the guys are in to watch. Again, they're struggling through the hairpin. Joker's got more grip at this stage then. They're both going to peel off right. Into the pits they come. Sazupi will follow him as well. And Unsafe Felice will go back into the lead of the race. Morgan Norris peels off. In the background, that will release blue flag. And the gap is 8.4 seconds, and there we go. So that's the gap between the front two, so Unsafe's undercut. As well as being free of traffic. Has almost double the lead he had at the end of the first stint, his first stint. Now, start to the lap, and blue flag's pulled a few tenths back on him. Jake going to the softs. Interesting. The short force of Joker, and Joker's jumped. FaZe Potter, Glyn comes out right alongside him. FaZe Potter cuts across the nose though. And Odon is behind, so Glyn has jumped Odon. So that's a good stint there from Glyn. Jumped Odon, has just tucked in behind FaZe Potter. The Joker has jumped all of them. But that's critical for him because he's on the soft tyres. He wants to have clear air. He needs clear air at this stage. So that's critical for Joker's race then. He now needs to push like Unsafe did in that first stint. See how long these tyres last. We saw Unsafe only get 5 laps on a full tank of fuel. Joker's got about 3/4 of a tank. So that should help with the tyre life a little bit. this section we go. Carlo out in 7th then, a little bit behind that group. Snoofer then has cleared Nobby Norris. Snoofer's got the jump on Nobby Norris. Matman has cleared Derek and Zom as well, so Matman has pitted now, and now he's on the soft tyre. So Matman and Joker on the softs in their second stint. Derek's on the mediums, so he's on the medium tyre. He is somewhere off the back there, so Zom has... So Matman's short fueled as well, obviously that's definitely a contributing factor, but Zom had a moment somewhere. 2:14.6? Maybe. Yeah, I think Zom might have had a moment. Unless that was his in lap. Okay, back P13. He's on the medium tyres. He's on board, see how he's getting on. New recruits for this season. That's a little bit late on the brakes there. Just about gets his stop though. It's difficult braking, and then you're coming over a blind crest, so trying to find the apex is nigh on impossible. You've got to brake on the crest and just assume that it's going to be there when you get to the top of it. A little bit late on the brakes there, pushed a little bit wide through the hairpin. Final corner, wait, don't hit the wall. Nicely done. Final corner and start another lap. This long uphill right-hander affects nicely. That's good. Finally braking reference, then down to second gear into the left-handers. And over to the right-hand side. A little bit of room on the outside there. And second again, just pull the nose into the second part of it, then pick up the throttle and open the angle up for the next corner. It's tricky now because that's wall with the new pit they've put in for this game. Kind of ruined the view there for what you really got down that corner, but nicely through the S's then down towards the hairpin. Late on the brakes, you use the banking and the camber to keep the momentum up through the corner on the other side. And then over this quite a big steep hill. There's quite a big drop on the forward layout. Now we're coming into the S section then, very tricky in this layout because you're coming in there with a lot more speed than you are on the forwards layout. Ooh, it's a little bit hot in there. Gets it slowed down. Got to be aggressive with the curbs through here. It's giving him a bit of a wide berth though, a little bit off line. Gets through there nicely. Up and down the hill. Try and stay close to the apex, wait to the edge of the circuit, appears up there. A little bit late on the throttle there, could have used the track a bit more there, get out to the edge of the circuit, but there's the corner there, no dramas. Now, let's see if he can get the braking for this one right this time. So we'll go a little bit deep last time around, a little bit more cautious this time. Maybe he knows he's been watched. Through the right-hander. Up to the final hairpin. Wide there, so we're getting quite a narrow approach to the final corner. Just to wait a little bit longer there through the penultimate corner, just to stay a bit over to the left hand side. To the line he comes, and 2:02.8. Solid lap time there from our game back. Well then, Johnny Boy in his slightly reworked livery. So last week it was a lot more white on it, as he's just on a personal best there, 2:02.1. So Johnny Boy then flying along nicely. Static Shocker then, he is due a pit stop. Those soft tyres are getting towards the end of their usable life, but he's also running out of fuel. Might have one more lap in the tank. Is he going to come to pit lane? No, he's got one more lap in there, so going to go around again. Their tyres should be fine. For another lap then. Up front, unsafe release is due in this time around, so he's going to be stopping. The gap is down to 5.4 seconds, so blue flag has been on a charge. Unsafe lead was 8 seconds when we saw them last. It's now down to 5.5. Unsafe is going to be in this time around then. Ooh, dearie me. Very nearly dropped out the final corner. Into the pits comes the race leader. Blue flag hits the wall. Blue flag's hit the wall. He gets away with it roughly, but that's a mistake from sight. Out of the final corner, just a little bit wide. On the throttle too early. Car just clipped the wall. He got away with that though. Just about. He's lost too much time. 3 or 4 seconds maybe lost there. Joker will go through, then unsafe is now filling the tank with fuel. Joker's gone through, Face Potter will go through, Glyn will go through, Odon and Monte Carlo are coming. Where's unsafe going to filter out? Then he's going to get passed by Face Potter. Into 4th place he goes. He's on the medium tyre, Face Potter's on the hard, so unsafe needs to make quick work of Face Potter. My indeed, Fever. That could be the difference between the win, based on how close they were last week. Unsafe does seem to have the advantage, but Blue Flag was catching him massively over the second part of Unsafe stint when Blue Flag came out. We saw it was about 8.5, 9 seconds when they first came out the pits, down to 5.5, so Blue Flag had been catching. Unsafe last time, kind of got lucky with the traffic. This time around, Face Potter might be a difficult one to pass, because Face Potter's on for a good result as well. Joker at the minute though has been pushing away. His fastest lap of the race is now a Joker's, 59.1. Unsafe, who the only one of the front runners to have run the soft tyre so far, had a full tank of fuel. Joker has got 3/4 of a tank to start with. Face Potter's a little bit hot through the S's. That could give Unsafe an opportunity. He's got to be close. Oh, he's sideways, and Unsafe takes advantage immediately. That's going to be critical for Unsafe's race. He needs to make that move quickly. Face Potter there, gave him an opportunity with a mistake through the S's. Unsafe release needing no second invitation. That's going to be critical for his race then. Gap to the race leader. Currently Blue Flag is 20 seconds exactly. It'll take a couple of tenths. Joker about halfway between second and first. 201s now though. He's just starting to fall away a little bit there. Soft tyres going off, but this has been a good stint for Joker. It's put him right into podium contention. Whether or not he can trouble the front two remains to be seen. Flag on his hards at the moment. 2-3-1 last time around. Again, a legacy of that crash. So he lost like 5 seconds, like 5-6 seconds on lap 16 with that wall contact, and another couple of seconds on that lap. Probably as a legacy of getting back up to speed. So could be critical. Joker then again a lap on Static Shocker. Oh, Static Shocker's right in the way. This is not what Joker needs. Catching him at the wrong place. Lift off here and Joker should get through. You just need to lift off there, mate. There you go. And he does. And Joker catching Static Shock at the wrong point of the track there. That's cost him a second and a half maybe. Cars ahead and behind. Safe now on probably the ideal race tyre. Gap is down to 19.1, so he's now starting to take time out of Blue Flag. Oh, Static Shock has gone around in the background there. Foster's still going well in 4th place. He's got another set of mediums and the softs to use, I imagine. Circulating well in 5th, but not been able to make any progress on Face Potter. Face Potter's actually pulled away, so. And further back, got Odon and Monte Carlo going at it. Odon defending the inside from Monte Carlo. Behind them, Nobby Norris is bringing himself into contention as well. Nobby now doing 2-minute flats. So Nobby Norris on good pace on those medium tyres behind him. Matman is also flying along nicely. On those soft tyres then. How much longer are they going to hold? Looking good to be fair. So he pitted on. When did he pit? Lap 13. So what are they now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 laps old. So 5 laps old. Those tyres looking good. So Matman doing a good job on his tyre wet. 018. The tyres dropping off a little bit, but still making good progress. Behind him, Stufa on somewhat warm medium tyres now. Derek not far behind him. Derek has actually been closing in again, so let's find some pace at this point of the race. Tries to hunt down the top 10. Further back Zom in a bit of a lonely P12 at the moment. And boy also in a bit of a lonely. Coming back, he's just pitted. He's now on the soft tyre, so He's going to want us to bang in some quick lap times at this point. 28 people watching. Hello. Hello all. Hello all. Hello Jackie. Like the stream. Like the stream. We'll send around my cat and she'll give you eagles if you don't do it. So going back into the hairpin. In while static shocker. Been spooked by one of the race leaders coming through. Got on his merry way. He's now on the medium tyres, so he's finished his stop stint. So I'm coming around to put a lap on him. It's out of the way. Front blue flag lead, 11.4 seconds. Joker, his tyres are about done, so I'm imagining he's going to be in this time around. He's got very little left in the way of front right tyre. It's been a good stint though. He's put some good time into face Potter. About 11 seconds, so somebody came out just in front of him. Yep, in comes Joker then, so he'll then go on to, I imagine, the medium tyres from here. So Felice will take P2. It's possible lighting up the rears again a little bit there, but driving really, really well. And further back, Nobby Norris has gone ahead of Odon, so Odon's made a mistake somewhere on this lap. Nobby Norris doing a 2:01, Odon doing a 2:04, so Odon's had an off somewhere on that lap, and Nobby Norris has pounced. So Nobby Norris is bringing himself into contention for a good result now as well. Mattman also lurking in the background still. He's got ahead of Monte Carlo, who's had a drama, 2:07 on that, that's a Monte Carlo who had an off somewhere. In the background, Stufer coming around as well. And there's Derek as well, so this pack from, where are we? Yeah, Face Potter in third, all the way down. Derek is about 12-13 seconds, so big pack together there. That could all change there. One mistake, different tyres at different times. See a big shuffle of this middle order. The front two are looking fairly certain at the moment. Which way around it is looking like Unsafe is in the strongest position. He's realistically got one stop left to make. Blue flag. He's also got himself a half-second penalty as he serves. As we've finally reached half race distance, and so a long old slog this one. There's Potter, another one with a half-second penalty. That's going to bring Glynn right up towards him. Worst penalty line here, but the gap was 1.9 seconds. It'll probably be down to about a second by the time we get to the braking zone here. 2, so there's Carlos. I'm going to come back at Mattman now. Mattman's tyres are about done, so he should be in this time around, but he's got to half race distance then as Monte Carlo's going for the inside. Big old switchback with even Catamies. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to FTRL. And on the inside then, out of the final corner, he's going to dive to the pit lane. His soft tyre stint is done then, so is it the hards or is it the mediums? And Stufer in as well. He's also got no front right tyre left, so his front right tyre is more worn than Mattman's. Joker then picks up a couple of free positions there. That'll be critical for his race. He is on the medium tyre as expected. Reigning GT2 champion. Lead then down to 9.6. Tyres then a little bit past their best. So Felice has just taken the fastest lap away on the medium tyre. So once again, the medium tyre proving to be the better race tyre, the quicker race tyre as well. So Felice then 59.1, taking the fastest lap away from Joker, which was 59.167. So he's gone 5 thousandths of a second quicker on that medium tyre. Forward then, Nobby Norris is now catching Glynn. Nobby Norris has just gone quicker. So Glynn not got as much pace on the hard tyre as he did earlier on. Nobby Norris now on the medium tyre. He's closing in. So Nobby Norris is right in the mix for a top 5 here. think at the minute the overall top 3 is Unsafe Release, Blue Flag and Joker. And then Face Potter, Glyn, Nobby, Odon, Monte Carlo, Matman, Derek, all in with a chance of positions 4 downwards. Down to about 10th, 11th, so there's a big battle pack going on. In has come Glyn, so Glyn's getting off the hard tyre. He's decided he's losing too much pace. Still got half a tank of fuel though, so this should be a reasonably short stop for him. In fact, he's taken on no fuel, straight on to the soft tyre. So Glyn then going for his quick stint now on the soft tyre. Now, critically for him, Derek is just a couple of seconds up the road, but his tyres are fairly worn. And he's getting low on fuel, so he might be in pits in the next lap or two. Which might be critical for his race. Joker, a couple of seconds up the road from him. Norris then has been released. Face Potter will be in this time around. Let's get off the hard tyre. 22 of 40 there, so 18 to go. Unsafe is pushing hard up against the wall. Just 6 seconds behind Blue Flag. He's taking 3 seconds a lap out of Blue Flag, but Blue Flag will be in this time around. Then he's on fumes. Over the crest we go. There's his line there. There, apexes nicely. Lift there to the right hander. That's going to run out of life. Shorts worked the hairpin. Steer there, a little bit too much throttle, just pushed a little bit wide. Wobble up then into the pits he comes, as expected. Blue Flag pits from the lead, and Unsafe will be released back into P1. Started on pole, started on the soft tyres, ran away at the front. Now got the medium tyres probably to the end. Blue Flag has got a soft tyre stint to do. We saw him last week put it to good use to come through, but Blue Flag I think is on the softs now. He is. Blue Flag is out on the soft tyre. Where is Nobby Norris? There he goes. Nobby Norris is in front of him. He didn't want that. He's right behind him though. Blue Flag could have done with clear track. But there's a big gap behind Unsafe. At least 18 seconds is Unsafe's lead. Unsafe's on the medium tyres. Blue Flag's on the softs. Blue Flag needs to clear Nobby Norris immediately. Down to the hairpin would be ideal. He's got to follow him through this quick S section. It's going to be really hurting his tyres. Dirty air. You can see how much more grip he's got though. To the inside. This is a big move, important move for Blue Flag. Does he get it stopped? Oh, big slide mid-corner. Oh, Norris has got the momentum off the corner. And Nobby Norris is going to take that place back. Norris is maybe a little bit tight there. He maybe realised that's not his race. Smart driving from Nobby. Very smart driving. Not his battle. Don't ruin your race for the sake of battling somebody you don't need to battle. Not every battle is yours. Not every battle is important. Sometimes it is quicker to let somebody go. That's smart thinking from Nobby Norris there as he raises the wall. Blue Flag then is released into clear air. So Unsafe leads 18.3 seconds. That's the gap now to watch. Both drivers have got probably one more stop to make. Nobby Norris is due a pit stop over the next couple of laps. He's yet to use the soft tyre. Monte Carlo went in fourth. And there's Joker and Glyn on those soft tyres. He has cleared that traffic. Trying to hunt down Joker then, so Glyn in the hunt for a podium here. Well, Joker has run away with this, but Glyn's brought himself very much into contention. Joker doing 2 minutes flat at the minute. That's good lap time. Glyn at the minute is doing 59.5, so 7 tenths quicker on that lap, which you'd expect to on a softer tyre. You can already see the wear starting to factor in, so Joker will lose some time at this point. He'll have to accept that because he's on medium tyres and Glyn is on the softs. but those tyres will not last long. So it's all going to come down to that final stint. So he just needs to be ahead of him in the final round of pit stops. Monte Carlo ahead of him has got a stop to make in the not too distant future, as is Nobby Norris. You can see how quickly blue flag has just checked out. He passed him last lap, he's 5 seconds up the road. And he's taken a couple of seconds out of unsafe already as well. Unsafe has got time in hand, so he can manage this gap behind him. Both now got one stop to make, so that is now the gap. Concern though, I say that's only one more stop to make. We've still got 16 laps to go. Unsafe is not going to make. He's going to have to make another pit stop. Unsafe's going to have to make 2 more stops. He is not getting to the end from next time around. He'll do very, very well to do 15 laps. It's a big old fuel safe, so maybe this is not as clear cut as I thought. Unsafe is in. He's in now, so maybe this is not a done deal. Talking out, closing in on Monte Carlo. And also closing in, he's now got came back just in front of him. What is Unsafe doing tyre? You imagine it'll be mediums. It's full. Yeah, Unsafe's definitely got another stop to make it. So the blue flag, I think, is blue flag's. Can blue flag get to the end? I think blue flag's going to be close as well. He's purple. Society's pushing on. He knows this is critical. These are critical laps for him now. Oh, he's pushing hard. He's pushing very hard. Right out to the edge of the circuit, they're kicking up the dirt off the curbs, right on the edge of the circuit. Then blue flag is on a charge. He's taken the fastest lap away, 58.5 last time around, and he's going quicker again. Checkpoint coming up, he's lost a little bit of time then, but he's still on for another 58.6 this time around. On current pace, into the S as he goes. Soft tyres, low fuel. The perfect conditions. He's got static shocker just ahead of him then. Hopefully he will not hold him up. Tricky place to catch him though. Very tricky place to be catching him. He's going to get out of the way, is he? Yes, he does. Good driving. Good to be aware of his surroundings. Well done. The blue flag has lost a bit of time there, probably in the dirty air. So the gap is 16.2 seconds, and Unsafe is in traffic. He's on the back of Joker. So he's come up between Joker and Glynn. We've got Monte Carlo just ahead of him as well, and Nobby Norris. But Nobby Norris is going to be peeling off this time around because he's on fumes. Monte Carlo might have another lap in the tank. Just not what Unsafe wants to see. Pedestrian comes. I think he might be down for the pits here. No, he's going through. Nobby Norris is in. Joker's got to run out the final corner then. So Monte Carlo is about to lose his second place currently. Joker's got the inside line then for turn 1. Down the inside he goes. He's got fresher tyres as well. Through he goes, and now Unsafe release closing in. But now this has thrown me, because I thought Unsafe was clear and done and gone, and this was won, I think. He might be making an extra stop here. Blue flag will be in this time around. The blue flag is right on the cusp of the fuel window to get to the end. He's a little bit wide there in the dirt again, and he's pushing. He'll have 14 laps to do, which you can probably just about stretch it out, but what tyres is he going to do? Can a pad driver make the medium tyres last 14 laps? I don't know. Would he have to risk the hards? He started on the medium tyre, he did the hards next, and then came onto the softs. The medium tyre would be the obvious one, but it's the matter of can he get to the end there. You can see how quick the tyre's dropping off. Look, he did a 58.5 2 laps ago. He's now nearly 2 seconds off that time. on this lap. Even though he's got next to no fuel in the car, a little bit aware. 16 seconds is his lead, just under. Over Joker, unsafe right behind them. Glyn is battling with Monte Carlo, whose tyres are off the edge of a cliff, nearly. Lost 3 places on this lap. No, he's lost 2 places on this lap because Glyn has not made the move stick. Do we have drama? Owen is 6th. He's ahead of Face Potter now. That'll be nice behind them both. So Face Potter, Marby on the mediums, Owen's on the softs. That's maybe why Owen's jumped them. Blue flag in. What's blue flag going to do? Surely it'll be the medium tyres. Surely it's the medium tyres. Follow in. Let's see how much fuel he puts in. Fills the tank, he's trying to go to the end. He's stopping again as well. Medium tyres, so blue flag's doing another stop. No, so is unsafe, Si. So is unsafe. I think I think unsafe's got another stop to make as well. So Si in the chat there saying he's messed up. But I've been completely thrown. These strategy calls have thrown me. Joker then leads from unsafe release. Joker's got more worn tyres. They're both on mediums, but unsafe's tyres are significantly fresher. So I think it's only a matter of time before he retakes the lead. I'm lost. Thought this was a nailed-on 3-stopper, but we might have some 4-stoppers going on then, so that might bring some people into play. That might bring Joker, Glyn, into play. Face passes a little bit wide and dips the tyre. Monte Carlo's ahead of Nobby Norris, but he's on the soft tyre, so Monte Carlo's another one to make another stop. So I think 4 stoppers here seem to be the way to go. In GT2, I thought this was a nailed-on 3-stopper, but maybe the tyre wear in the race lobby has been a little bit more than it was for practice, as is the way. We found that the tyre wear varies lobby to lobby. Sometimes you can get 12, 13, 14 laps out of a set of tyres, and the next time you go around you can get 10, 11. I suppose, trundling around on your own under no pressure is one thing when you've got the threat of 14 other quick drivers around you. Suddenly you push harder, you make more mistakes, you're running hard, running dirty air, which things you're not doing when you're practicing on your own or with a limited number of people. So the reality of the race is sometimes different from what practice will say. So everybody doing things on the fly. Glyn is in from 3rd. That goes through. So just got a lap on. I came back. Unsafe is still trying to pass Joker. Then Joker's a little bit wide. Unsafe not able to find a way through. So this is 4th position. I think both these drivers have got one more stop to make, and Joker's is going to be earlier, so Joker could have the benefit of an undercut here. He can probably go. When's he going to want to pit? I think Glyn's on his final stop now. I think Glyn's pitted for the final time now. Unsafe has used his tyres out the hairpin there. Try and draw alongside, but Joker's got the momentum on the outside. He's got the racing line. Unsafe trying to side draft alongside, but can't get there. So has to drop in behind. Joker holds the lead. He's a little bit wide from that apex there. He's a little bit wide, kicks at the dirt there, but gets it turned. Unsafe looks at the inside there through the final part of the S as Joker is right up on the curb, and that might be Unsafe's chance down the outside. Side by side, down the outside goes Unsafe. Can he try and hang it all the way around the outside? He can. Does he run out of road? He does. He has, yeah. Unsafe there getting on the grass and the dirt and the runoff area. And Joker holds on for a little bit longer. Defends the inside into the left-hander, then Unsafe to the outside once again. Oh, sliding the back of the car. He is desperate to make that move. He wants clear air. He wants to be pushing. Blue flag is closing behind. Gap is still 12 seconds. So he's still got time in hand here, but you want to keep as much as he can in reserve. Still a long way to go. Still over a quarter of this race to go. We'll tick over towards 58 minutes done. 29 laps, 28 laps in the books. This is lap 29. 3/10 of a second separate our race leader Joker from unsafe release. His nearest pursuer, blue flag, is 11 seconds behind now and closing. Face Potter in 4th. Ahead of Odon in 5th. Odon's tyres are about cooked. I'm surprised Odon hasn't pitted because his front right tyre, is about done. I think he's going to struggle to see this lap out on that front tyre. That tyre is going to die. Monte Carlo was double soft stinted here, so he's going aggressive. Norris is ahead of Glyn. He's 8 seconds behind him, but I think Glyn can go to the end. Norris, I think, has to stop again, so Glyn's potentially propelled himself forward here. Just go for 9th. Mapman, what's happened to Mapman? Mapman's sad. It'll just be the pit cycle, but Mapman was in the mixer earlier on, but somewhere along the way. So there's 32 people watching. Hello. Who are all these people? Welcome. Please like the stream. You haven't already done so. How many people like the stream? 31 watching. Oh, we've got 11 likes. Come on, we can do better. Please. Please. Don't want to be a beg, but I will beg. Aaron will beg. I'll get Aaron to beg. Up front, still Joker holds off unsafe release. Still blue flag closes in. It's now 9.5 seconds between unsafe and blue flag. Safe again sideways at the pit corner. Joker is in. Unsafe is released. So Joker has done his best Perez impression. If blue flag is Verstappen, unsafe release is Hamilton. This is Abu Dhabi 2021. Slag for likes. Hashtag slag for likes. Unsafe has been released then. Now, what pace has he got? They're both are medium tyres. Blue flag has got fresher tyres. He's also got a little bit more fuel, but it's close. He's also a little bit wide. Face Potter back into 3rd. Monte Carlo 4th. Norris in 5th. Joker's come out in 6th. That will be him to the end. He's ahead of Glyn. Ahead of Stufer. Ahead of Odon, who's in for his final stop. Yes, I was going to say, Owen, I thought you'd done one lap too many on those soft tyres. 35 people watching, hello. Where are all these people coming from? Welcome, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Like this action, we're doing it again tomorrow. We'll do it every Thursday and Friday for at least 8 weeks as Odon gets passed by Johnny Boy out the pit lane. Slotson just ahead of Zom. He's on the medium tyres to the end. So, final stop's been made for people now. So, unsafe for blue flag. I've got one more stop to make. Face Potter's got another stop to make. Monte Carlo's got another stop to make. Norris has got another stop to make. Joker is the first driver to have made all of his stops. I think he can get to the end from here. Glyn... yeah, Me2, Biggles. I'm very surprised. I thought it was nailed on as well, but... Maybe the race reality is different from practice. Say you're not in dirty air as much. You're not battling with people. You're not driving your own race as much in a race, are you? Because you've got to worry about what the cars around you are doing. Whereas in practice, you are just pounding around, constantly in clear air. So it's not the reality of the race. So maybe we'll have to rethink the restopper. Confused me ahead of tomorrow, that's for sure. 9th. There's Odon then. I think it's on the way to the end. Yeah, so Mattman I think is fueled to the end, so he will probably leap ahead of sort of Johnny Boy, Zom, Derek, maybe. Safe then has responded to blue flag. The gap is now being held at just under 10 seconds. Only a 10th between them last time around. Blue flag is still pushing up, kicking up the dirt. And Face Potter is now under threat for 3rd from Monte Carlo. Norris still going going well in 5th then, Joker behind him. Similar tyres, although Norris's are a little bit older, but he's also got less fuel. So his car is a little bit lighter. 10 seconds back is Glyn. I think he's now going to the end. Stuffer will be in imminently. Here's currently P9 on the hard tyre. Johnny Boy's under all kinds of pressure from Odon. See Johnny getting a battle on. I think Johnny Boy wants to return to Big Willow sometime soon. Seeing of his infamous GT1 podium from 2 seasons ago. It's Odon then as he got the overlap down the inside of the hairpin. He's up the inside. Johnny Boy tries to shut the door. Iron Man car is there, but Johnny Boy hangs on around the outside. The DJR liveried Ferrari hanging on. Powers up the hill. Hangs on to P10 for now. Odon will be wanting to make that move quick as he can. 12th lap man in 13th. Maybe in tyre management mode. He's lapping consistently. Look, 206, 2026, 2026, 2022, 2023. That's 4 laps since he's got up to speed. So consistency is very much there, but he's in a bit of a lonely P13. No pressure from behind, but a bit of a gap ahead of him, so he's going to have to wait for the stops ahead to be coming in. Who was that going side by side? That was Johnny Boy and Odon still slugging it out. Odon in the slipstream, on board with the chaser. He's got the pressure tyres. Johnny Boy though is exactly where he wants to put his car. Ooh, Johnny Boy having a slide there. Odon right up into the rear wing. Looks for a move down the inside of the hairpin. Johnny Boy defends the inside then. Trying to get the better line for the final corner. Can he cut back up the inside, get the power down early? He can. He's got a good run here. He's the pull to the inside. He's got the overlap, and this should be moved done. Good setup work there by Odon. Johnny Boy backs out of it. He knows that move is done. And Odon is up into the top 10 again. Good move right now. 11 seconds up the road to Derek, but Derek's got another stop to make. Odon, I think, has done all of his pit stops. Stuffer in a bit of a lonely 8th place, then Glyn in a bit of a lonely 7th place. Joker is still trying to catch Nobby Norris. Making a few tenths out of him here and there. Gap is 1.3 seconds. Ahead, Monte Carlo has now caught Face Potter, but Monte Carlo is on his in lap, I would imagine. In fact, I think Face Potter might be as well. So they're close on tyre wear and they're close on fuel. Potter absolute star. Unsafe release is in. What does blue flag do? Does he match him? Is he going to go longer? He's going to go longer. So unsafe is in now. Look critically for him. Face Potter and Monte Carlo are going to pit here. Norris hasn't got another stop to make. Has he used a soft? I don't think Nobby's used a soft tyre yet, has he? I think Nobby's got one more stop to make as well. Right, out he comes. Oh, interestingly, Face Potter and Monte Carlo going round again. But Unsafe has come out ahead of them. He has. Unsafe is in second. That's critical for his race. Critical for Unsafe release, that was. He has come out ahead of these two. Face Potter, Monte Carlo, Nobby Norris, Joker. These 4 are all closing in together. So Unsafe is ahead of Joker by 3 seconds. So these 5 cars covered by 3 seconds, and blue flag is 19 seconds in the lead. But I think Unsafe's got enough in hand then, so it's now blue flag against Joker. Because blue flag was more than 3 seconds behind Unsafe, so I think Joker might be P2 here at the moment. Yeah, very much so. On the right tyre though. Joker's got 3 cars ahead of him, but I think they're all due a stop. Well, these two definitely going to be in this time around. Monte Carlo and Face Potter will be in this time around. Nobby Norris can carry on. He's got a soft tyre to use, so he's going to want to go a little bit deeper into this race then, isn't he? Just to make sure the soft tyres last. Monte Carlo is looking at the back of Face Potter. He's past Face Potter. Face Potter's now looking at the back of him, and Nobby Norris might fancy a move here as well. Ooh, bit of contact there as they go down the hill. Face Potter's tyres are dying. Joker's closing up, but Joker's now getting held up as well. Blue flag, he'll be in this time around. box, box, box. Race leader in. It's an absolute battle and Face Potter's back ahead of Monte Carlo. What's happened to Monte Carlo? Joker's up the inside of Nobby Norris. But Nobby's got the inside for the hairpin. Well, at least two of these cars are going to get out of the way though. Face Potter and Monte Carlo peel off. Blue flag is filling up. Still filling up. Through goes Unsafe. Through goes Joker. Through goes Nobby Norris. The blue flag is going to have to do some chasing here. There they go. And critically for Joker, he's past Nobby Norris, but Nobby Norris fights back. Nobby Norris back through into P2. The Joker had the move done into one, but went deep. Nobby Norris switched him back beautifully. And up front, Unsafe is trying to scamper away again. His lead's up to 6 seconds already, so Nobby now is holding up Joker. And Joker has got 3.2 seconds to blue flag. Quite a bit more tyre wear. And blue flag's on less fuel as well. Blue flag, that's a big cut. That's a big cut. That might be a penalty. Oh, and a second and a half. Blue flag there. Big penalty there for that corner cut. That is going to help Joker out immensely then. Well, 34 of 40 then. So we've got 6 laps to go. 6.5 to go. That's big news for Unsafe. He is probably less but more safe now. Unless he has a drama. Nobby Norris has got a stop to make. He hasn't used the soft tyres yet. Joker has got a big reprieve there with blue flag's penalty. Glyn is in P5, and so now I think everybody starts to check us. Nobby Norris is the only one left to stop on the front wheel, so that might get there. I think he will be behind Glyn, so I think Glyn's net P4. Nobby Norris might drop into 5th then. It'll be round Face Potter. Face Potter, Monte Carlo. Odon's dropped back a little bit. John, we're in 9th, but he's got a stop to make. Zom, Stuffer, Matman, Derek. So they're all back, and Derek's now on the soft tyres though, so Derek's going to be quick. Yes, Matman on used soft tyres. On used medium tyres, sorry. Came back there as well. There we go, he's a lap down. Corner. Norris then continues to frustrate Joker. Unsafe is now 8.7 seconds clear, so Unsafe has now got this pretty much sewn up, barring any big dramas. Now Joker's gap to blue flag is the critical one. It's now 6 seconds after blue flag has served that penalty. Norris will be pitting any time now then for the soft tyres. He can go any point now. The soft tyres will get him to the end. Again, he's not close enough then. Despite having significantly better tyres, he cannot find enough speed to get close enough to have a run at Nobby Norris for second. Nobby Norris will be in any time now for his final stop. Then he needs to use the soft tyres. And we'll get him to the end from here. Nobby will be quick at the end then, so Glyn in 5th. Kind of depending where he comes out around him, I think Glyn should be safe. There's only about, what's that, 12-13 seconds between them, so Nobby should fall into the gap around Face Potter again. Interestingly, Monte Carlo's gone back to the hard tyre. Has he used the hard tyre already? Maybe not. Face Potter's on the soft tyre again, so Face Potter's gone aggressive for the final stint. Good idea. Oh no, he's on the curb. That's a big moment. Face Potter there, caught that sausage curb, puts him into the wall, gets away with it though. This Joker still can't find a way past Nobby Norris. Nobby Norris driving beautifully. His first appearance of the season, having missed week 1. Joker again all over the back and through these final couple of corners. The twisty section is where he's got a big advantage, but Nobby Norris positions his car well. Is he going to be in this time around? He is, so Nobby Norris peels off to make his final stop then. Unsafe release is now 11.5 seconds clear. And that should be all she wrote. Blue flag going through into 3rd place then. Gap to Joker, 5 seconds. He's got 5 laps to do something about it. And then he goes through into 4th. Nobby Norris is filling up with fuel. Here comes Face Potter. Nobby Norris on his way. Where's Face Potter? Nobby Norris is ahead. Norbert Norris then out ahead of Face Potter. Norbert Norris in P5. Great drive there. So he just needs to get his tyres up to temperature then through these next few corners. Potter just a second behind him. And Carlo picked the hard tyres at the end then. It's going to hurt him a little bit then. He's going to be struggling to catch the guys ahead of him. He's got Odon not too far behind him, but on semi-warm medium tyres, he's not going to have absolute pace. Big get back then to Stufer, so Odon's under no threat from behind. Johnny Boy and Zom are going at it down the start-finish straight then. Johnny Boy on the soft tyres, Zom on the soft tyres, so it's a soft tyre battle. Zom's got the inside, Johnny Boy's going to try and hang it around the outside. Can he switch back? No, Zom parks it on the apex, gives Johnny on the room on the outside. So still side by side as they get up the hill. Into the right hand of Zom will have the inside, so he should get the move done. Johnny Boy then tucks in behind then, these two then carry on battling through the left-handers. Oh, they're both off. Zom wide and Johnny's followed him off. Johnny gets back on the track first though. Has he got the moment to get through? He does. But he needs to be careful, he's got dirty tyres, he runs wide. He needs to be careful for a couple of corners, they both do. Well, they clean those tyres up. He's on to the outside for the hairpin. Going to try and hang it around the outside. Can he cut back off the corner? He can. Johnny Boy parks in the middle of the road and holds him off, but Zom has got to run up the hill. Go on board, look through the rear wing. Zom. Battle over P12. Dyson then through the yesterday, because he's on dropping back. It's difficult to follow through those couple of corners. Oh, he's on the wall. No, ran out of front end through the right hand as they exit the S's and down the hill to the hairpin. Zom still very much in the wheel tracks then. Johnny Boy has not shaken him off. For the moment he holds P12. Zom goes over the curb then through the left hander into the long right. Boy holding good line. The gap at the moment then into the hairpin we go. So close up to the hairpin, that one's a little bit wide. He's going to give himself a narrower line for the final corner. Should be able to get the power down a little bit earlier and start to just edge away again there. You see the gap that's starting to grow. It's about 5.5 tenths. No pressure into turn one, and onto like 37 we go, up through turn one. Always a little bit wide, always a drama. Here comes Zom, round the outside, and back ahead he goes. So easy to do. Johnny Boy right up onto the back then in the braking zone, and Zom is back ahead of him. This is where they both went off last time around. Both picked up the throttle too early, this time on the curb. It's the ideal line. Johnny Boy right under the rear wing. Missed his turning point there, he got too close to Zom, couldn't see his apex. Has to drop back a couple of car lengths. He's got momentum down the hill and into the hairpin. Around the hairpin we go. Johnny Boy, this is not done. Battle will rage on. Up front unsafe lead is 15 seconds. Behind him, Joker's lead over Blue Flag is just 2. That's all about tyres. And 2.5 laps to go. No, nearly 3, just under 3. That's 2 3/4 laps to go. So Blue Flag on the hunt for P2. Clint is now comfortable in 4th place. Nobby Norris though is chasing him down on those soft tyres. Face Potter, those tyres are now looking very second hand. He is going to struggle on that last lap, I feel. He needs to look after those tyres this last couple of laps. Is at the moment, but that might be dropping very quickly though. Not making much headway on Monte Carlo, but there's no pressure from behind. Plus the gap to Stufer is nearly 20 seconds. And Derek in 10th, McMahon in P11, and that Johnny Boy and Zom battle. Johnny Boy's back ahead of him again. So Johnny Boy has struck back once again. Was it a mistake from Zom? We'll go back and check with the battle for second then, and this is now under a second. Joker's tyre wear. It's just down to tyres here. Blue Flag is just pushing 59.9 against a 201.6 last time around. That's just about the tyre condition. Joker's tyres are a little bit older. He pitted on lap 29. Blue flag pitted on lap 33. So 4 lap difference in those tyres. Carrying extra fuel around as well. Joker's has just used up more of his tyre. Certainly given us some quandaries for tomorrow then, because the 3 stops seem to be the quickest way to do it, but being on fresher tyres for longer has paid dividends for Unsafe. Joker has done the 3 stopper that most of us were expected to be the quickest way to go, but Unsafe on the 4 stopper is 16 seconds down the road. Traffic has fallen nicely for him as well. He's not been caught up in traffic for too long. Blue flag, I don't think he'll be ruining that mistake too much then. I don't think it was too much. The gap would be significant even without it. That's 6 or 7 seconds he lost. Still be 10 seconds in arrears to Unsafe, so Unsafe seems to have had this one covered. It's now who's going to join him on the podium. Blue flag is in the gravel, out the hairpin. That's a reprieve for Joker, who can stretch that lead again. Now Blue flag's going to have dirty tyres coming to the S's. That's really going to hurt him through the next couple of corners while he cleans those tyres up then. Is that what Joker needed? 1.5 laps to go. Norby Norris has caught Glynn. Norby Norris is up to 4th. What a drive from Norby Norris. He does sometimes excel in these long races, and this has been a prime example of it, and really getting on with his car very nicely. Ferrari mid-engine car really looks after its tyres well. It's good on fuel as well, and that's really played to Nobby's strength. Glynn's first stint on the medium tyres, where he was looking after the fuel and the tyres, he was superb, brought him forward and put him right into contention. But Norby Norris has surpassed a lot of expectations here. Great drive from him. Face Potter has got no front right tyre left, and he's got a lap to go, and that 9-second gap over Monte Carlo is already coming down. He's now got a second penalty as well, so Face Potter is going to be in trouble on this last lap. Of course, all of these long left-handers, he has got no tyre on the outside pushing him around. He's hemorrhaging time. He's about to hemorrhage a second of penalty as well, and Odon is also, I think, going to get him. The Zom and Johnny Boy battle continues. Zom is back ahead. Johnny Boy's got a great run down the hill towards the hairpin. Down the inside goes Johnny Boy. Great move from Johnny Boy. Zom tries to cut back then, got the momentum off the corner. Great move that from Johnny Boy. I think he'll be well made up with that move. As well he should be. Great move. Zom is right on him again. Into the S as they go. Just keep it neat and tidy. Zom's a little bit wide through the S's there. That will give Johnny Boy a bit of a respite. Gap up to a second. Go back to the battle for second place, and Blue flag's back in, but oh, he's got a penalty. He's got a penalty. Unsafe is just behind that battle, I think, for 12th place, which at the moment is in favour of Johnny Boy. Blue flag on the final lap then has got himself a half-second penalty. Is that game over in this battle for second? Then I think Joker will have it from here. Overhead, Unsafe release is cruising. Blue flag will serve his penalty then. That will probably be that. Meanwhile, just 2 corners to go. It has been a superb drive from Unsafe release, led from the front. Was the bridesmaid twice last week. This week he is the bride. Unsafe release is your winner at Lago Maggiore, and Joker is going to prevail in this epic battle for second, and that penalty has probably saved him from being under threat for the final couple of corners. What might have been that 1.5 second penalty the Blue flag got a couple of laps ago definitely hurt him. Then Joker gets second. Great drive from him. Blue flag is third. What a drive from this man, Norby Norris. Out of the final corner, P4 for Norby Norris. What a drive. He is well happy with that, weaving across the line. Great drive from Norris Glynn, another one, solid drive from him, up to P5, great job there from him. Monte Carlo has got a face pot on the last lap. Where is Odon? Just a couple of corners to go. Monte Carlo's going to get P6, so I'm going to be more than happy with that. That's a good effort. So 1 hour 23 minutes, then out of the final corner comes Face Potter, and he's going to hang on then. Second place on the grid. What a qualifying performance there. Thought he was on for the podium, not quite got the strategy right. Odon getting P8 in the end then. Great drive from those two. Derek has passed Stufer at the end. Stufer's another one who's run out of right front tyre on the last lap, and Derek has snatched P9. I'm sure he'll be gutted he hasn't got P13. And that battle further back then, Johnny Boy is going to be safe because Zom's got himself a half-second penalty. Derek P9, Stufer P10, Matman is going to come round then for P11. Perhaps the 4-stopper is the way to go. Matman, another one, did the 3-stopper. Seems to be in the mixer for a top 6-7 at one point earlier in the race, but ends up with P11. Johnny Boy prevails in that epic battle with Zom for P12 there. I think he'd be quite made up with that. It was a good battle, and that move he stuck on Zom at the hairpin was superb. Zom has run out of fuel at the end. There I came back, so he finished, and Static Shocker has finished as well. They are 14th and 15th. Great job, Nobby. Great job, mate. There's your winner then. Unsafe release. Victorious in the end by 17.4 seconds. Never in doubt in the end. Comfortable victory there for him. Joker then, what a drive from him for P2. Hanging on there as blue flag. Penalties at the end there, just stunting that charge back towards second. But still a great drive from those three. Nobby Norris probably seems to be most people's drive of the day. Great drive from him up to P4. Glynn, another solid performance there, getting up to P5. Monte Carlo gets P6. Face Potter, an excellent qualifying performance. The race hasn't quite worked out as he would like. Ends up P7. Thought he might have been in for the podium shout there, but good pace early doors. Maybe the strategy's not quite worked out in his favour there. Odon, another one who showed good pace early on. To be in that battle there for the top 5, ends up P8. Then Derek snatches P9 on the last lap as Stufer runs out of right front tyre. Matman ends up P11. Johnny Boy prevails in that great battle there for P12 ahead of Zom. Then I came back in 14th and Static Shocker in 15th. And there we have it then. What a night from GT2. And if you like the racing tonight, well, we're going to do it all again tomorrow. It is GT1 tomorrow, 8:30. Please do join Joker on comms as he guides us through the GT1 action. Once again, we are here at Lago Maggiore, and it's the cream of the crop. First week off, it was a T. Smith demonstration. However, he is not here this week, so somebody else will get a look in. And we do believe we have the return of Ross filling in for him then. So please join us 8:30 tomorrow for GT1. And next week, where are we next week then for GT2? I do not know the calendar on the top of my head. Let's have a quick nosy. Where are we? Season information. Week 3, we are at Red Bull Ring. Back with the double header week, so we've got the sprint race and the sort of mid-length endurance race from the Red Bull Ring. So the Mazdas are back and the Ferraris, and there's also going to be the threat of some rain next week at the Red Bull Ring. So please join us for that then. But yes, thank you very much to everybody in the stream for watching, the likes, the comments. Thank you very much, appreciated as well. If you'd like the action as well and you want to be a part of it, please do get in touch with us through either the Discord or the Twitter. The Twitter is @_FTRL_. So yeah, if you'd like to come be a part of the league, be the next legend, please do get in touch and speak to us about joining the grid. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the action tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Joker's back tomorrow at 8:30 with GT1. But for this evening from me, thank you very much for watching and good night.